go, yo. Here we go. Oh, I got something on my shirt. Hey, y'all. I got something. I'm greedy. I've been eating all damn day, and this gnat is bothering me.
I've been
So
drinking. I've been
I've been
drinking.
drinking. I love you. Let me make this public so people can know that we are live and we are here. This is Cocktail and Convo,
Hey.
my whole situation. So this is Cocktail and Convo. I'm your girl comedian Stiletto. That's right, coming to you live. It's Tuesday. You already know how to get down. I got my cocktail. You should have yours. I got a little watermelon Tropicana watermelon thing going on with some Sprite,
Watermelon.
tropical Sprite, and of course, I've been on my tequila tech, so I am on tequila tonight. Make sure that you get your tickets to the Stiletto Experience. It's going down Friday, November the 11th. Get your tickets. Got an early bird special that's rocking right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all more about it. Yes, it's gonna be fun games. Oh my gosh, games. We're gonna play some games. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna interact with. We're gonna be like this. You understand that? Like this and shit. Concept in the building.
What is that?
Right, this shit here is gonna be like this. Like yes, then we're dancing with the stars type shit. Okay, so it's gonna be absolutely
Ooh.
awesome. So you want to make sure that you're in the building. Get your tickets. Stiletto1111.eventbrite.com or contact me. I got some tickets on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm be coming through doing some pop ups real soon, seeing people, seeing what y'all doing out here in these streets. Okay, we're
Do
gonna
you
have.
deliver, do you deliver in lingerie?
You what?
Do you deliver tickets in lingerie?
I don't even know how to spell that. And if look, I can't
I
even introduce
mean, you
this
have the right person.
for these things. So, without further ado, our special guest this evening, Mr. New Yorker himself. Hold their water. It's their season. Timberlands is all over. What's going on, Mr. New Yorker? Welcome to Cocktail or what? Nigga, hey, like,
Good to see you.
good to
What up?
see you.
What up? Good to see you. Good to see all of y'all.
That's right. So we got Queen Ray. You already know Queen Ray 2022, always bringing you titties and sunshine, along with cameras, cameras and candy. This is her season. I don't know what she
I do like candy.
We gotta get it to me and Queen gotta get together because we always gotta like coordinate for Halloween. So y'all don't know. We got something. Last year we was the Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls.
Right. So this year we're gonna spice it up. You heard. You don't know when the world gonna end, so we might as well let it all hang out. So yeah. So we're gonna be right with Queen. Hey love, how was your Tuesday? What you sipping on?
I got some peach cream.
Mm.
I'm doing the brown.
Mm.
That's how I feel right now.
Mm. Went all through the rhyme and shit. You throwing
Bars.
Bars tonight. Okay. I got people asking me for the link. It's coming. I am sending it now. But without further ado, this gentleman does not need an introduction. You already know I don't know if y'all saw the clip that I put up.
Yeah. That clip, yeah.
If y'all have not seen the clip that I put up of this,
please go look.
Doing his thing, slinging them jokes, slinging that reality. Okay, do not threaten him with a good time, and do not come around him coughing, yawning, or anything like that because he loves lemon juice in the eyes. So without further ado, you already know 80 proof coming through. 80.
What's good? Let me just start by saying I love the titties and sunshine. That's got to be a franchise. It's like a donut or something. I love the sound of that. That's great. The best part of waking up, titties and sunshine. Yo, first of all,
you got a whole brand right now. He done gave you a whole thing. Titties and sunshine.
you know what I'm saying? You can't rock with that. Something wrong with you. Shout out to my man Dave. I want to say what's up to my boy because I ain't seen my man in a long time. Last time we had somebody on the show, I ain't seen him in a long time. He came on here, Dave, and not only did he come on, he brought his rapist on the show. And ever since then, I ain't seen him or his rapist on the show at all. So let me just start saying, hopefully, Dame, you know what I'm saying, you'll be on next week or come back another time or whatever. Because, your boy.
First of all, Young Jung Sal bought his therapist, which, if you know 80 breaks that down. He said it spells the same thing as rapist. Therapists and rapists are the same.
It's spelled the rapist. It's spelled the rapist.
Wait,
He's
wait a minute.
starting out on
Wait.
his-
I just need to. Okay, so he brought his therapist on the show. Are y'all trying to say that all this happened because of me?
Well,
No.
first of all, I'm not gonna say all that happened because of you, but what I will say, if you watch the show, loyal viewers, there's been progress made since you were on the show.
Charles tonight.
Listen,
We're jumping into this first topic. We are not doing this tonight.
can I say
An honorary member of this show, and we will respect it as such. Do
That's
not
my man. I miss you, bro.
Yo,
I know I'm sure after you came on the show, you know what I'm saying, your girl party charged you double and was like, that show was not healthy for you. He's on the show calling me a rapist and everything. No, that was your last week. That was your last week. So
we're gonna have a therapist back because she was very helpful.
Does the therapist agree with me?
No, and we're not talking about that.
How?
So moving on to the next topic that we're talking about, put it in a jar. Watch the episode and put it in a milk carton.
There you go.
Do gay things and not be gay.
Listen, listen, here we go. So the first thing that we're gonna pop off with is immaturity. Is it immature? Is it immature? I love the fact that we roll right into these topics, right? Is it immature for someone, is there a certain age limit? Is there a certain status where you should not be putting your middle finger up in pictures anymore? Like you'll see fingers up in pictures. You'll also see people. The guy told me to ask about why do women stick their tongue out in pictures, like the Megan Stallion Queen. How is it done?
No,
I don't know.
Do it like you did it on pregame. Do it on pre-show. Hey, there you go.
That wasn't it. Pretend like the man of your just stick your tongue out.
Do what?
Huh?
Pretend like the man of your dreams just told you to stick your tongue out. How you gonna do it?
But that's not why we stick.
She's gonna giggle.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna giggle first.
That's how you giggle?
Really, ma'am?
Look, I'm
like this gonna be good. Let me get my popcorn.
Like, this gonna be good. Let me get my snack. That's what I thought.
Lord,
That's how the combo is never shy about all the things that they bring to the table. We got people joining in, coming in. They see we on live. I hate the way that they have it now, where it sets up like a whole event, and then it tells people we're live. Like it's crazy. But we're gonna get through these growing pains. We really are. But what's up? What's up? What's up? So how do you feel about that? I'm gonna talk to Queen. Queen, do you like men that put their middle fingers up in pictures? Is that socially acceptable?
I mean, I'm not really in the habit of telling people what to do, but it does kind of come off a little immature. I mean, unless that's how you put your one up. Really put up your ones and you use your middle fingers. I don't know.
Did you
outside of that? It can be a little mature. Now, I have had to tell people like to put that shit down because it will fuck up a picture if it's not a type of picture that like is in that type of vibe where you do that. Mm-hmm. It's like why would you do that? Like really, you ain't got nothing else that you can do. Smile maybe, but the middle finger.
Right. So you're saying as a photographer, it can really fuck up the picture.
Yeah. Oh, I tell people put it down. Like it's like why? Why do you need to do that?
What about the tongue though? Are you telling women to be like, don't? I mean, I don't know.
If it's so, I mean, it's like a time and a place. If y'all at a party or something, like maybe I won't do it. Like I'd be like, okay, that's you. You want to do that shit? It's whatever. But I mean, like a wedding photo. You know what I'm saying? Or a baby shower photo. Like, really?
Like, are we doing this for the baby?
Right. Really?
Like, what are we doing it for? So, hey, Selena, how are you, my love? Make sure that if you're
So I
watching,
don't know. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, and I understand if like I don't know somebody's in a gang or something and that's their symbol, maybe. But if that's the case to me, I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying like scenario, ma'am, made up scenario. If it's something like that where everybody's doing it, okay, maybe. But you got that one random person. Yeah,
like,
it's like why?
Like, why are you doing it?
Right.
What is your purpose? What is your purpose here?
Right.
I got you. And 80, talk to me. Are you, because you're pretty much a fuck it kind of guy. If I may say so myself, you'll say, fuck it. I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, where I want to do it, things like that. Is it appropriate for the middle finger in pictures, the tongue out? How do you feel about when women put their tongue out in pictures, stuff like that? Talk to me.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm always looking to identify where exactly the taste buds are. Sometimes the bitter and the salt, you can't always tell on one's tongue. I like to be able to identify that personally. In regards to the middle finger, it's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know if you're taking a picture, who are you saying fuck you to? And I remember, I did it one time, and I did it in a nice picture that would have been nice to give to like my mom, but middle fingers was up. So I never did it again. I was young. But I don't identify the need. I don't know who it's for. So whenever I see it, I'm always confused by it. Like, you saying fuck you sees my picture, or fuck you camera person, or like it's a really weird thing to see. And if that's how you identifying, like, I don't know what it's for. You know, it don't identify me as being tough. It don't identify anything. You know what I'm saying? It identifies the poorish language in regards to sign language that you can use. It's just a middle finger. So it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I find it weird. I find it strange that women want to have their tongues out, but I'm not somebody to say put them back in. Like, you won't hear 80 Proof ever say that. Excuse me. Can you put your tongue back in your mouth, please? No. This isn't that type of shit.
Having your tongue out, is that like a sexual thing? Is that what you're saying? Hey, love nugget.
No, what I'm saying is I don't mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stick your tongue out, I'm not gonna be the one to say put it back in. I mean, God forbid your tongue reach past your chin, and I'd be like, oh, like no. It's okay. If you want to show how your tongue unfolds, because we all, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, you want to be able to put that on display. Hey, you know what I'm saying? All I see is a tea bag pocket, but you do what you want to do, and we'll go from there.
Wait a minute. I think, let me say something. I've seen people put their tongue to their chin, and I'm not impressed. If you have a double chin and you can put it to like the second chin, I'm more impressed. I'm just gonna tell you, you can put it to like this one right here. Bitch, you some patty. I'm just
saying. Up here. You know what I'm saying? I'm more impressed by the effort. You know what I'm saying? Just stick the tongue out, see what you can do. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get it past your gums, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But still, I don't want you to be able to do tricks with it. So that's why.
Like, what is your tongue? Like, if I'm going to be sexually stimulated, you have to be able, and maybe that's a woman thing, you have to be able to do a little more with the tongue than just have it hanging there like fucking Snoopy or whatever.
If it's out, then it's ready. If it's out, then it's ready. That's what I'm saying.
If it's out, it's ready.
You know what?
I never had my tongue out unless it's an ice cream cone around somewhere. Otherwise, I don't think out there just panting. Like, what am I, bro?
What? You just made me think of a whole nother topic. I'm gonna go to Damon last before I ask this topic, and then I'm gonna start with him with the next topic. Damon, how do you feel about middle fingers, tongues out, things of that nature? Talk to us, Damon.
I feel two different ways. I feel differently about tongues than I do about fingers. Which one would you like me to start with?
Whichever one pleases you the most.
All right. Queen Ray says fingers. So fingers are, people giving middle fingers are, it's like a generational curse. You don't see non-hip hop white kids doing the finger. All you see is anybody in our culture, whether they're white, black, Spanish, they're doing it. It's just a generational curse. It's pissed off that y'all fucked us over for years. That's what that is.
Oh. That's a new I wasn't ready for that, man. I didn't even think you were gonna come with that, man. Okay, I see what you did there. Doris, hey, love nugget.
And the tongues, you want to know about tongues? I personally love when women do that shit because it tells me if they can suck a dick or not. Because you gotta. I don't know. If you're a certain size, then it needs to be a certain amount of room in that mouth. And when y'all stick y'all tongues out, y'all let me know exactly how much room you have in your mouth, and it could potentially save you or get you a DM. So I appreciate I love y'all for that shit. For real, for real.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think that it necessarily identifies how good of a job you do. I mean, if you want to identify a good job, you have to do what the fuck 80 told you to do. But otherwise,
wait, what did 80 teach you to do? So that we can all, because maybe some people might not have seen this episode.
So if you want to hold your mouth out and really show you can suck a dick or not, you hold it open until you start to gag. You know what I'm saying? That shows the reflex in regards to, you stick your tongue all the way out, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's how you do it. Because if you're going to gag, that tongue is going to be out for a while. So that might identify, and I mean, mind you, a little, of course, yes, a little lemon juice in the eye, a little sweat in the eye, whatever you got to do. But that's how you identify it. A mouth being open just means that it's potential that it's potential there. It doesn't even have to be great. I can make it great myself. I'll speak your mouth and go on from there.
I'm not gonna go as far as to say what this means and what that means. Y'all just keep doing it, and if I hit you up, then I liked what I saw. So,
Queen, I don't think I've ever seen a man put his middle finger up a picture like, oh, he must want to fuck. Like that's never crossed my mind. Oh, he must want to fuck.
Well, that's why he said they're different. I do think that they're different. I do think that they're different because I think the middle finger thing was always to me like a symbol of maybe trying to be hard, whereas the tongue thing is usually more of like a fun freedom kind of thing.
Right, like I'm free.
Like the energy's different for both of those.
Yeah, like the motivation, we put it into our minds maybe what the motivation is, but y'all know why you stick your tongues out. Like who knows what that is? Like that to me, I find in general.
I don't know. I've done it and I just do it. I'm like,
do it. Like if I'm
never complain. Me and Dave never complain.
Do it, Ray. Do it again so I can analyze this shit. Go ahead.
No
shit out loud right now. Go ahead.
Like that is so crazy.
I'll be like this.
Yeah, see now that shit, man. I blocked. Blocked.
You blocked it to the tongue. Goddamn. Everybody has their own opinion on sticking the tongue out in the middle finger. Yeah, they do. Like I just think it's a time and place for everything. And I think that's where people have to keep in mind that there's a time and a place for everything. If you're hanging, you're doing things, stuff like that, like just like twerking. I think that twerking has taken a whole spin. People are twerking in church. People are twerking.
Yeah, twerking for Jesus.
Just twerking for Jesus. Twerking for everything. Like, come on, man. Like twerking, you taking twerking to another level.
How about we just let people do what they want to do because they're not bothered.
Okay, Kirk Franklin, God's property.
Can I just say this? If you are twerking for Jesus, to be fair, between Jesus and his disciples, they were dressed to twerk. I mean, they wore long tunics. So if that were to be what you want to do, there's nobody saying that Judas didn't do it. I'm just simply saying they were dressed to it.
How did long robes become something?
Because he's right. When you go to the strip club, you don't wear jeans. Any nigga wearing jeans in the strip club is a dumbass.
Lift it up.
Wear fucking sweatpants or jogging.
Oh, see, Queen just took us where we didn't know we was going. She said you lift it up. Okay.
Well, ain't nobody lifted nothing up. Queen is trying to.
If you're gonna pull it down, then you're gonna lift it up.
Sweatpants and joggers. All they had was some fucking togas back in the day, so that's what they wore.
If you think about it, did they have on underwear?
Who cares? Who cares?
Twerking is I thought twerking was supposed to be a sexy.
Well, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, I kind of care. That's why I don't wear underwear.
I kind of care.
You care whether another man is wearing underwear, Jesus or not?
We We talking about twerking.
Well, I said that he didn't, and if I want to be Christ-like, therefore I don't. So I assume that they didn't want anything. So I don't go up there.
If Jesus want to go commando, that's his fucking business. That's not your business or my business or any of our business.
Well, I draw a line. I draw a line at the barbed wire headband. That's why I draw. Otherwise, I'm all about being about Jesus.
You all about you. Okay, I got you. So listen. Yo, I can't even think straight. Why did I put this combination together?
You missed it. That's why. You know you missed this combo. This combo right here. You know you missed this combo right here.
Right. This combo is definitely mind-blowing to me. So listen, does your body count? Does the body count?
Yes.
You say that twice. Does the body count? I listened to a young lady talk about the fact that the body count super duper counts, especially for women. She's saying that, listen, that can affect your future marriage. She said like 80% of marriages over 10 years are affected. 25% of them are affected by body count. She's saying, ladies, listen, if you've had sex with the more men you have sex with, the more bonds that you have out here. And you know, and so she's like, yo, and you start comparing. So you have 5 men, and then you've had sex with 5 men, and you might meet your husband, and now you're comparing your husband to those 5 men that you've had sex with. 10 men, 20 men, so forth and so on, totally affecting your future happiness. Is there some truth to this? Like, I've always known about the fact that, first of all, ejaculating inside of a woman, you're leaving some DNA there. That is why her vagina calls out to you during ovulation, things of that nature. Fellas, how do you feel about that? Women, do you think that they connect this bond and compare you? Are you okay with being compared? Because men are very emotional and very sensitive about being compared to
one another. Cool. What man?
First of all, of course.
Mel, can I take this first? I was supposed to take this.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah. Run that money, bro.
He's already coming through acting and whole.
Bro,
yes.
What man is thinking? Yo, listen, I'm gonna speak for me. I don't think about what y'all think about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about you thinking about me. If it's over, it's over. Who the fuck cares if you're thinking about them or not? I don't get that. I don't understand that at all.
So you don't mind being compared. You don't mind like a checklist, like last 5 did this, that, and then now there's you.
No, because when you're dealing with a woman, especially if shit went left, it's coming from a place of hate in the first place. So why the fuck you gonna care about what she got to say?
Damn. So you don't think about so you don't mind your women having multiple sexual experiences before she becomes your wife? I
find that, I mean, there's obviously a threshold of too much, right? There has to be
threshold.
I don't know.
20, 37, 35, 45, 55, 55, 60, 60, 62, 63, 65.
As man, I'll never fucking know because y'all don't tell the goddamn truth with that.
So you can multiply it by 3.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not supposed to worry about things that I can't control.
Right.
That I can't control. Y'all not gonna tell the truth, so I don't even fucking ask. But I will say that I know about how many sexual partners you have.
What? Wait a minute. First of all, I just want to show the applaud and the laughter that's going on from the women in the studio audience. Okay, they are getting it. Look at the men; they're starting to get into
You'll never ever know.
Doris. Never ever know. No truth doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Men don't tell the truth neither. Here we go. You was about to say some shit that was going to set the whole thing on fire.
I would definitely tell the truth. What
were you going to say about the situation?
Huh?
Do you remember what you were going to say before I cut you off?
Yeah, I was going to say that, that you're never going to know the truth. So I can tell by how well you do in bed. Nobody's born a fucking porn star. So the more you do it with different people, the more you know how to move your shit.
Are you saying that you can't turn?
Really?
You can't learn tricks from watching, you have to be doing.
You got to practice sometime. You can watch basketball if you want to. You ain't going to go out there and be LeBron.
But there are natural born athletes. And then you learn more skills.
But
you're a natural born athlete. There are children that are 2 years old that are trained.
No, like, Kobe would never be that nice without practicing the way he did. Bron would never be that nice without practicing the way he did.
You're saying that there's no natural born athletes and you can't excel your skill set with experience.
I'm saying that when it comes
is there like a base?
I'm saying that when it comes to professional sports in this country, natural born talent is not enough to get you to the elite level. But
I mean, who says that you're the elite level? That's what we're saying here. Your
husband. That's who.
And okay, so once you become the husband, then that's the elite level. I got you. Do women want to tell the truth? Oh, that is a good one.
Because someone said men don't tell the truth, and he said, "Do women want the truth?"
And then I'm gonna let, because I have other
a natural born star. That's funny. I'm sorry.
Panelists here that need to say something. So
we have our House Republican, right winger here.
All the men. If you want, this is how you tell a woman how many partners you've had. You figure out whenever it is that you lost your virginity, and then whatever age you are right now, divide that by the number of partners you had, and you'll come up with an accurate number. Mine is 2.3 per year. 2.3 new partners per year.
You see this? If you keep fucking around, then you're gonna find out.
What?
You keep fucking around, you're gonna find out. Like, what the fuck?
Stupid.
He is blowing my mind. Natural born sports stars. Women don't tell the truth. Men don't tell the truth. 80. I'm gonna save my lady for last because we're gonna be ladylike and let you gentlemen go first. So 80. This woman is saying, hey, it's gonna fuck up your marriage. You're doing the bonding comparison, things of that nature. You don't know how to bond anymore. The more sexual partners you have. 80. Talk to me.
So I don't know this lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna assume that if I met her, I would just say shut the fuck up, because I could almost like who gives a fuck? The thing about it is that if you are a female, you're a woman, no matter what your age is, you like to fuck. That's what you like to do. And then she's gonna tell you can't get a husband? Like, who is she, some sort of female Kevin James? Balls on her chin because she burnt the roast. That's what the fuck happened. Like, that ain't what happened. You fucking burnt the chicken. You fucking forgot to pick the kids up from school. That's why you can't find a man. If you worried about your body count, you're not worried about what the fuck makes you happy. So I don't give a fuck what your body count is. That ain't what the fuck fucks up a marriage. You couldn't keep your man because of the fact you was up here swallowing dicks and not taking none, and you just assumed that that's what was going on. No. There's other ways that you can please your man. There's other things that count outside of that. And I'm going to tell you this. If your man said I do, and then based on your fact that he doesn't, fuck him too.
Wow. 80's over here spitting bars to you guys, okay? He's spitting all bars, and I had to put him on solo screen to spit them. But Dolores is saying, I said Dolores. Doris, that's like, I've been drinking tequila. I'm just mixing all this shit together.
Don't mind her, Doris.
Doris, don't mind me charging to the tequila. Not
to me. To give her old bitch.
Her name in the comment mixed in together. That was dope as shit. Dolores.
Right. Okay. Dolores.
I was trying to say lies and Dolores together, and I mixed it, and it became Dolores. All right.
I don't even know why it even fucking matters. I don't know why I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like I already told y'all weeks ago, the answer for me, and mind you, if you have kids, imagine if you marry a woman that got 2 kids. You know she had a whole fucking history. What are we talking about? You married a grown-ass woman. You think that you was the only one? And so the fact that you sit there and split that venom out as a hating-ass bitch, you grown as shit.
Listen,
why you think that because of the fact that I'm in my 40s. So I'm supposed to think that because I meet you in your 40s that you only had 1 partner or 5 partners. You could have had 2 partners a decade and already be in a number I might find unacceptable. So I just think that she just needs to shut the fuck up. That's just what I think.
Fellas, if she has a kid, you know how there's a little bit of toothpaste left in the and you got
Lord.
If she has a kid, Some nigga did that shit to his dick and came all down her throat before. It happened. You can't do nothing
Are
about
you
it.
saying that you can get pregnant through your throat?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying that if she has a kid, then she's explored things like that. So, bro, it is what it is. And or we just make sure she brush her teeth and wash up, and that's it.
Wait. So if a woman has a kid, you're saying that a woman has explored her sexual, she's had somebody come down her throat, she's done all of these explicit things because she has a kid?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's people that have kids that
The first time they ever have sex.
they've never done anything and they're just having sex.
I wasn't talking about rape victims. You know, I'm talking about like regular relationships and shit. I wasn't talking about rape victims.
Oh, that is not true at all.
I think that if you're willing to have my kids, you might be willing to swallow mine too. I think that's a pretty fair. That's a really short bridge to cross. Like you're gonna claim for not. You're gonna claim for not.
Okay, I understand it's a possibility, but he made it sound like everybody had to have done it. Like,
have a child?
I mean, it's a few Super D Anthony's out there.
What we're saying is that just because you have a kid does not mean that you explored. Most of the time, when you actually, most women that already have children, a lot of the times have not even touched the plateau of their sexual experience. That's why a lot of the niggas that come around, a lot of the men that are now trying to come around and explore, you're not bringing enough because it hasn't even been touched. That's why most women don't even they don't get to their top of their exploring until they're in their late 30s, early 40s, things of that nature. If that was the case, if what you're saying had any factual or any medical or anything logical to say, then that wouldn't even be the case. How are y'all niggas still trash at that point then? What is wrong with you? Maybe you should have some more like nut in your throat.
Oh Lord.
I mean, you're being sensitive, right?
Women ejaculators around the world form together like Care Bears and squirt on these niggas.
All you women can't squirt. That's number one. So number two, Queen.
All you niggas can't reach the bottom. So what are we saying here? At what point are we throwing rocks in the glass house? That's all I'm saying. Which one is better? You know, a little urine mixed with a little cum or some inches. Like we have our
bottom.
There's always an bottom. You can always perform in a Special Olympics. You can always perform in a Special Olympics.
Listen,
Queen, we want to hear from the women on the show at this point. You boys have talked enough your shit. Okay, the ladies are coming through and they're saying some shit. I don't know. He's talking about experience over time. Yes, like it's a lot. If she has a kid, okay, Queen. You've heard these shenanigans coming from these men's mouths, and you're representing for all the queens on the thrones around the world, and you have a child. So talk to us.
I don't know if I should be the representation of all the queens. I don't know about that one.
No.
But I definitely don't think. I think that's just an excuse. I don't think that body count has anything to do or a heavy bearing on a good relationship or long-lasting relationship. All of that is dealing with communication, making sure each other's needs, attention, and everything is paid attention to. And actually, I've always been taught that pretty much marriage is somewhat like a business anyway. So you got to play your part. So I don't think the body count determines whether or not you'll have a long-lasting marriage.
Okay.
That actually kind of sounds stupid to me because I know of people that get married and have probably only had one, maybe two partners and didn't last.
That's what I'm saying. And I think from my perspective is I'm like, I kind of think in the opposite direction. I hate to agree with the men in some kind of way. I really do. It bothers
Don't hate that. We all should get along.
Right. It bothers my estrogen but I will say that, practice, experience, things of that nature. First of all, I just thought that you're so supposed to, at least practice until you get so that you can be prepared for the man that God has sent you.
Hilarious.
So way that you can deliver and please and overcome all of the obstacles that are out here in the world, the trials and tribulations that other women may have, you should be able, because what you won't do, somebody else will do. So even be willing to learn. So,
See,
I think that somebody that has had more than one partner is able to say, at least I'm willing to learn, at least I'm willing to explore, at least I'm open to it. Some people will marry somebody and they know that they're closed off, and I'm not doing this, and I don't like that, and don't touch me there, and wait, you're not coming in my eye, you know what I mean? And then now you have a side person that is willing to do those things, men and women, because women will pretend like men are the only ones out here doing fuck shit. No, it's some ladies out here who are not pleased in the bedroom. Their man is very missionary, very fricka. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you only get the ding-a-ling. You ain't getting no head. What?
That's what we always make it so joyful and so great that you all decided to step out on your man. You ever seen that show, The Office? They were so happy she left her fiance for Jim. All of these movies and stuff is always built around whenever the woman decides to all of a sudden
we're empowered. Yes, girl.
This other dude, even though you was set to get married on June, this other dude proved you that he wasn't right. I'm gonna just fuck him and ruin this one. Like they always glamorize y'all's cheating and then shit on ours.
Put the woman that they're going to marry on an unrealistic pedestal to the point where you don't think that at any point that she wants to be smutted, or anything like that. And then it's like you play it safe and you fuck it up. You're playing it safe, and what she really wants is face down, ass up in the pillow. She wants to be the song, spit in the ass, do whatever it is.
There's something about Mary. They have all of these movies.
And it's like people, men will do that. They're like, oh, she's my precious angel. I've heard men say, I will not let my main woman, my wife or whatever, give me head. That's so disrespectful. Like certain things. A lot of the times, because as women, it's not ladylike for us to always come out and be like, I want to be disrespected by my husband, by my
man. Say anything to get considered.
You better be the best head buster ever.
Right. I want you to be grimace.
You only know
I don't know these men. I don't know these men, but I'm gonna just say this: men don't say anything to get their citizenship papers. That don't say nothing no American man would say. No American man would say that. So these niggas out here from Tunisia or wherever the fuck, that's something that they would say. Right? No, man.
This is a perfect example. We will not even tell a man if we're not satisfied. We're not. Because your egos are so tender.
She's saying not or will. I thought she was saying we will.
You say will? We will tell the man if we aren't satisfied. Will we tell him?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm not asking. I be doing surgeries.
I was just gonna say that communication is key, man.
Well, I'm a good communicator because you can't even attempt to fix it if it ain't knowledge.
I will. She's saying she will tell a man if she's not satisfied. I don't know if all women are out here doing that, especially if you have a man that's providing, he's paying, he's able or willing to pay bills and to provide for you and your family and build a structure.
It's about how you say it though.
The source. All these things that you like, because a lot of the times this man is like all of those things. He's caring, he's loving, he's this, he's that. He's just fucking boring as shit in bed. And it's like, how do you really? And then when you try to get them to do some shit, they like, I've never spit on my thumb and stuck it in an ass. And you're like, well, fucking try tonight. But
sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been the carrot. So, you know what I'm saying? You use the carrot to get your man to do what you want him to do. They're so worried about the fact that you might end up going back. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to.
Wait, you're not going to swerve that. What the fuck? You're going to have to explain to us the carrot? Can you tell your man about the carrot?
What I'm saying is, you know how you put the carrot in front of the horse's mouth to give them something, and they keep going. So sometimes you're like, well, you did the best you can, but you wasn't no 80. Like 80's been the carrot several times. So to have the threat that 80 might come around will make certain people do right. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying is exactly true, because you don't want somebody dangling that carrot over you. And then if they do, the whole threat of that side, look, the whole threat of the baby mother coming back or the whole threat of the baby father coming back, that's the carrot. You know what I'm saying? So you willing to stand and do your very best, even if there's not even a real chance of that person coming around. I mean, y'all been to Karen.
I don't think you're supposed to tell the horse about the
carrot.
I don't think you're supposed to tell the jockey about the carrot.
I don't.
Yeah. I believe that, Tim. You hear women say that a lot, that the dick was better because they loved the man, or they had a.
The dick shrinks like it shrinks like at least 1.5 inches
when they don't fuck with you.
I don't know why niggas and women don't be honest. Just be honest. And you don't have to make it like a fucking, all right, we gotta have a meeting. You don't have to do it like that.
Make a public service announcement.
Like, we gotta talk when you get home. You don't have to do that. You do it in the middle of sex. If she's not sucking your dick right, tell her what the fuck to do. And if she don't listen, smack. Well, all right.
I mean, you
can't. You were doing so good, David. So good. You were so
in one way or another, you know what I'm saying? You'll know if you did good or not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no matter what, I'm a finish. So you can hate it all you want. I'd rather show up on my own terms. I'll be able to tell by the encore. But you know what I'm saying?
We're talking about our significant others and what we love and what we don't love. Listen, see? Damon, that was for you. Listen. Just because we're talking about significant others, let's talk about an important topic. What happens? What do you do? How do you react? And I don't want no bullshit. I don't want no shenanigans. I want your true, deep down feelings about this. You're chilling with your person. This is your person. This is not a random. This is your person. I have to be very specific about this. This is your person. And y'all are chilling. Y'all might be up late eating popcorn, eating ice cream, watching movies, whatever that looks like. Okay. And the phone rings or a text message comes through on your person's phone. It's another person. It may be a male, female, whatever you choose or whatever the case may be. What do you do? What do you say? How do you react? Are you saying call the person back? Are you saying text them back? Why are they texting you? Fix that problem. What are you doing? How are you doing it? And how are you saying it? I'm going to start with the lady of the hour because you men have been talking too goddamn much. Like, no, Queen, talk to us.
So wait a minute. Let me get a scenario. Make sure I understand. This is my boo. This is my man. This is my everything. Okay, we're watching movies and da-da-da-da. And the phone rings. Is he answering the phone?
I don't know. What do you want him to answer the phone? Should he answer the phone? Is it a prerequisite for him to answer the phone?
This is the scenario. If he's answering the phone, I don't give a fuck.
The phone is ringing. The phone is texting. What are you saying to your man at 3:00 in the morning? Are you saying pick that shit up? Who's that? Answer.
No, but I don't concern myself with that. So because my thing is, if somebody cheating or they doing wrong by you, that shit always comes to light. And then when it comes to light, that would be the time that because people gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. But as long as you're not interrupting the time that you allotted for me, I'm not gonna question you. Now we dead in the middle of it, and it's 3 a.m, and then you pick it up, and you have a whole conversation, and it's not somebody dying in your family or close member or something. Then we have something to discuss. But if it just rings or dings, that don't bother me. But I'm not that insecure about stuff like that.
I see what you did there. I understand. Tim didn't know. Just Tim was like, what time we talk about? We talk about 3 a.m. He said it better be an emergency. Yes, it will. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to 80 on this. 80. 3 a.m, you chilling with your boo. Phone rings. Text message comes through. However you want to play the scenario out. What's your reaction? How are you doing? What are you saying? Play this out for us.
How would I even know? Your phone will ring and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna break my neck. I'm gonna look up. I don't give I don't give a fuck as long as I don't look over and notice your phone is on fire near me. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? All of us have unique schedules. You know what I'm saying? We work with 24-hour schedules, so it's not crazy for my phone to go off at 3 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night, because we always our schedules are 24/7. So if you know, I mean, I was a couple weeks ago, my phone kept going off at 3 o'clock. Then I got a FaceTime at 4 o'clock, then at 4:30. But it was my homeboys literally from work calling me to fuck with me. So there was. So if you had decided to be upset at that time, then that would have just been your own business because these niggas just called me because they knew I was off that night. So I mean, you know, I just think that you have to, like Queen says, you got to know, I guess, who you with, and you got to be. If you insecure, if you know that there's a chance that the reason why the person's calling off 3 o'clock is because they get their dick wet at 3 o'clock, and they're laying next to you, and that dick is dry. Maybe that's be a little motivation if that's what you're thinking. Like to me, insecurity, people always use it in reverse.
Motivation.
Wait, let me toast to you.
Queen.
To you. Okay, because at first me and Queen, when you was like, oh, because we all got 24-hour schedules, you was on solo. So people didn't see me and Queen both did like this. We both drank at the same time. It could have been taken wrong. But you know, when a woman don't want to talk, she be like, you know what? Let me just put something in my mouth. So, but I see what you're saying there. Like if the dick, like if nothing is happening here, I think also the duration of the relationship. How long have you been dealing with each other? If y'all just got into a serious committed situation or something like that, then I don't know where people get off thinking that because now you and I decided that we're going to be together, that the rest of the world is on notification. They're all standing by waiting for the radio. Breaker 19. I'm fucking with this nigga, this bitch now. So please kill all conversations, all communications. Breaker 19. I mean, it's a transitional period. I guess you want to say some people, especially. And like even when it comes to friends, they used to you being up, they used to you talking and jiving with them, and it's nothing, no more, no less. And now that you have somebody, you know, things change. So I think you in consideration.
If your partner doesn't have friends, then that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because I have friends who too are on 24-hour schedules. My homeboy work all night, my homegirl work all night. If you're somebody who doesn't have friends, all about this show, we all friends here. So you can't relate to having a friend calling you on a humble, seeing what's up, you trying to smoke. My homeboy come by at 1 o'clock in the morning, we'll go outside and smoke. But if you yourself don't have friends that you can only hook up at the greatest of events, graduations, divorces, weddings, you know what I'm saying? Then it's foreign to you. The whole entire idea is foreign that somebody might have a friend call them at 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, you got bitch, people have friends.
Well, Doris said Damon's gonna be like, who's calling us? Who's calling us? This is a group effort. Tim, I don't know how you know this. I'm not sure what you and Damon have been talking or doing at this point.
Tim, I'm a little offended by you. You know, my dick in your.
Go back to that comment.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to roll back. I didn't do this.
If you wouldn't abbreviate my dick in your sentence, man, because we don't do that up here, man. I don't know what y'all do down there, but y'all better get it together because I'm gonna be down there for the stiletto experience. We're gonna rope off because the restaurant is on the corner right there, right off the highway. So we're gonna rope all that shit off. So all you feminine niggas saying with my dick in your sentence can't come in. For real.
I think you missed him. That's what it is. I understand. Y'all missed him. We gotta bring Tim back on the show. So we can have like a whole little cocktail and comment.
Put it in the link. Bring him on down.
That's not the comment. That's not the comment to bring him back on. I'm gonna just say that. That's not the comment to bring him back on.
Calling out here, boy. Don't spell my dick again, bro.
Bro, I can't believe it.
He was just trying to censor it. He wasn't trying to write the whole word out.
It's fucked up because you get to have this conversation with him because he brought your dick up. I hate that comment.
I don't understand. He knows me. He knows me. Why would he even?
That's why he abbreviated, because he knows you. He thought it would be better that way. Selena is saying it's the security in your relationship. I do think that it's all about your security. Like, yo,
security, nigga. You
what is
remember
all
the last shit I said to you? Ain't no security, man. You better stop
so
that.
let me ask you a question, Damon. 2 o'clock in the morning, your lady, this is your woman. I know this is very hard for you to like really go here with it. This is your woman. This
Why?
is this is your boo. This is your lady, okay? Because I know sometimes you talk and you're talking more so about just people that you're hooking up. But so like this is your woman, and her phone rings at 3 o'clock in the morning. Her phone texts us at 3 o'clock in the morning. What is your response?
If we just hooking up, she not here at 3 a.m. unless
I
you
just
got here.
told you that's see. I knew you was gonna go there.
Woman.
Woman.
All right,
Your boo thing.
this is my woman. To one of two things is gonna happen. She's either gonna complain about whoever's, or one of two things, or both things are gonna happen. She's either gonna complain about who's calling this late and apologize to me and say I ain't picking up that fucking phone, and it's gonna be the truth, or she's gonna lie like a motherfucker to me. She's gonna come up with the best lie because she's a female, and I'm gonna believe that shit and go back to sleep. So I'm not bothered by that shit. Either way, I'm not gonna be bothered by it.
Okay,
Don't-
either
don't-
way.
don't-
Female, damn.
I'm just saying.
Damn. Why do you even know this? You know what, Tim? Look, you know what? I try to explain you all the time.
Oh, Tim, you tell me if you want to come on, and I will send you the link. I feel like we need
I
to
promise you, you can
go back.
come back on the show as long as you moved out your mama crib, bro. If you out your mama crib, you can come back on the show. I promise. Like that's a step
Next
up.
topic. We're rolling on to the next topic. Before we're going on IG. We will be on IG. We're gonna start a little.
How would a nigga talk shit from the comments when he can't say nothing here to me? You fucking dumbass.
Okay, everybody's phone is on silent anyway. That's what David is saying. Everybody's phone is on silence anyway. Everybody's faces, everyone's faces. Our faces are probably priceless.
Read boom. I got the mic, dummy.
Lord.
Listen, so we talk. I always like to talk comedy, and I like to talk entertainment. So I'm gonna like switch gears and take us into entertainment. We will be talking more and more and more about all these great things over on IG. Is definitely. But when you have I saw this whole video of this young lady, this celebrity, talking about she just saw Chris Rock. And she's like, when she saw Chris Rock, she felt some kind of way. She was looking at Chris like, oh my goodness, you are now catering to more of, and I'm going to put quotes around this, the white audience. You're actually doing anti-black jokes at this point. And it got me thinking. A lot of people, depending on where they're at, depending on what club they're at, depending on what level of success they're at, white is right, so to speak. White is right. You got more white people in your audience. You have more whites buying your tickets. You're on more white networks or in more white clubs, things of that nature. Now you've made it. You know what I mean? And kind of downgrading the fact that, the upbringing of the brown and things of that nature. And then I was talking to somebody about it, and they were sitting there. They were like, but I work with brown people all the time. And some of y'all are some shit. Some of y'all don't support. If you don't do this, then they don't do that. It's always on a hookup. It's always this. So it was a couple different angles. So I thought, let me just, regurgitate this onto Kocktailz Konvo. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Is white right? Is it like, should you be gauging yourself towards, and when we say white, I'll even go as far as saying the mainstream, because that's kind of how they nicely divide it, right? Especially in comedy, they nicely divide it. You're on the Chitlin circuit. Okay, or you're on the mainstream circuit.
I thought it was urban.
And how? Or you're on the urban circuit. Yeah, that's very
Oh,
trendy. On the mainstream side. Talk to me. I'll go to Damon last because I know you do productions. You got brunches, you got comedy shows, you got roasts, you have, you have
don't forget corporate shows. Don't forget corporate
shows. Right. So you have a plethora of different events. You are brown. And you move around. So talk to me. How do you feel about that whole thing? And comics going to that side of things. Talk to me.
First of all, I just want to say that if Mel wasn't on the screen right now, I would have had an orgasm at this question. This is a great fucking question right here. Like, yo, I love this question. This is the best. This is one of the best to ask. For real, for real. For real. So
if you had not started it out that way, we all felt the same. It was a lot. I closed, but it's either way. Okay, it's unique. So go ahead, talk to us.
So I did see the thing that you were referring to where the woman was complaining about Chris Rock. And I think that maybe she hasn't seen Chris Rock in a while because I think this has been going on for a very long time.
Right.
With Chris Rock. Like a very, very, very long time.
Right.
And I ain't mad at Chris Rock for it. And I'm not mad at anybody, any comic that chooses, any black comic that chooses to do that. However, what I do not like is when y'all go out there and y'all get white famous and then you don't give back to your community. You don't reach back and grab the other black comics. Listen, it doesn't matter who's giving you your money. If you can find a lane to go out there where millions of people is going to give you the money to see you perform or do whatever it is you do, that's dope. That's dope. But you got to come back to your community. You're from Brooklyn. You got to come back to your community. And I'm not saying you don't. I just don't know. I'm not saying Chris Rock doesn't. I don't know of any Chris Rock things, but I don't really fuck with Brooklyn like that. So how would I know? He might be doing that. I'm just saying that this is where I have a problem with it. When they go out and they go get famous and they get that money and they're in this and in that and they don't come back and give back.
But you mentioned white famous.
Well, mainstream famous, but I mean
mainstream famous. So do you feel as though a person is, because some people will mention, oh my goodness, like I've had people say to me, Stiletto, you hood famous. Or Stiletto, like you're Baltimore famous, or whatever the case may be, where they kind of try to classify you or put you in a category.
Who said you was Baltimore famous? You more than Baltimore famous. You famous. Hood, all the hoods in America. Y'all don't know.
That's love. That's love. I'll take that as a whole compliment. Y'all ain't understand. Yeah. Oh, my tongue blew. Can I do that? Okay, never mind.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can still do it.
Not because now it's blue and she's not going to stick it all the way out, which is going to lead us men to believe that her head game is trash because she like.
That's fine, but guess what? They're gonna walk away like that bitch funny. That's what I'm here for.
All right. Well,
I'm here for the stretch. I'm here for the jokes. I'm here to tell these jokes. If you find me sexy in the midst of me telling these jokes, hey, that's a bonus for you. That's right. You win the door prize. Okay.
I just want to say I ain't mad at Chris Rock for doing it. I don't know what he does for his own people. Hopefully it's something. Hopefully, but we can't control it.
But I don't even understand. Like I don't understand. Like for instance, T. Harris, one of our listeners, she had a book that came out a few weeks ago, and her first book went mainstream, and she was on a View, and she was on CBS this morning. Does that then mean that she is catering to a different audience? Your audience is based on what your exposure is. So Chris Rock wasn't his exposure when he was just doing comedy was something different. He started getting in Lethal Weapon 3 and all these other movies and started being the voice of the donkey for Shrek. His audience automatically expanded. So therefore, you're going to expand what you have to offer. Are you just going to sell chicken wings and French fries? Or are you going to eventually step up to what your menu is? It's as simple as that. I don't know what it means to say he's telling anti-black jokes. Anti-black joke might be something that doesn't include me. I'm from West Virginia. I'm a Republican. I'm not between the age bracket that y'all might think. So does that mean that he told a joke that's geared towards me? What does that mean? And why the fuck do you care in regards to how another man is getting his nut? The simple fact of the matter is, again, Black Americans make up 13% of this population. That means there's 87% of a bag out there to go and get. So if you got to be able to sit there and say certain jokes in Baltimore that you can't say in El Paso, that's what it is. Certain shit in Albuquerque ain't going to fly the same way it's going to fly in Utah. It's not the same exact place. So did he sell to the bag? Did he sell? It's whatever he decided to do. So I hate when people try to put you in a box. Who would sit there and say that this show right here isn't mainstream? Based on the fact that we're not on Paramount, we're on fucking YouTube. So what are we talking about?
Right.
Your exposure to your audience dictates how it works. Snoop was never on a lot of these black shows. He wasn't on Family Matters, but goddamn, he was on King of the Hill. What are we talking about? So did he sell out? I mean, he didn't. I didn't see him with G. Garvin, but I seen him with Martha Stewart. So now all of a sudden, I just don't understand when people talk. The bag is the bag. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go totally crazy like Kanye did, but I still think that Kanye realized that there was a bag out there to get, and so now people are willing to spend $350 on the world's ugliest slippers. Fuck those slippers.
That is one thing that I love about Republicans. They stick the fuck together, okay? Because they brought Kanye into this.
Well, we talking
he brought the 13% of population into this. So if that's not a true Republican speaking, I don't know.
We use the term selling out though. When have we ever heard Chris Rock say ever say anything pro-black? Ever. So if he never did, that's not really selling out because he never.
Right. No. And first of all, Bigger and Blacker, when he did his jokes when he was in Johannesburg in New York, a lot of that was about being black. Well, remember, a lot of them when he talk about baby's fathers, nigga, you did what you were supposed to do. A lot of his jokes was built on was always positive. So if you watch his shows, you watch Bigger and Blacker, he did the one where he was in all them different countries at the same exact time. None of that in no way, shape, or form was in disparaging of black people. None.
I'll say this, that I think that first of all, laughter, sees no color. First and foremost, that's just how I feel. Like if you're very talented, if you're out here to make people laugh, it is people. You never stick to just one genre, one color, one age group, things of that nature. Like, yo, I'm here to make people laugh. If that's what you're truly in the business to do. I at the end of the day, people are going to put you in a category. They're going to put you in a box as much as they possibly can. I'm not, Chris Rock, as far as stand-up, is not necessarily one of my favorite people, but I don't knock him either. You have a lane and you're in it and you're winning it. You know what I'm saying? So keep rocking out. Oh, that's so cute. Chris Rock, rock out. Keep rocking out, things of that nature. Like, there's a market for everything. And if you find your sweet spot and you want to stay there, if you want to elaborate there, if you want to go there. I was talking to somebody and I said, Cat Williams has a lot of Peach followers. He has a lot of Peach followers, and they love Cat for being just Cat. I mean, throughout time, Peach people have shown us that they just love us being who we are because it's so different than what they may be accustomed to seeing, entertainment wise, things of that nature. Be who you are, rock out, whatever that looks like. I just say at the end of the day, don't forget who was there holding you up. You know what I mean? When nobody else was. It's kind of like, and maybe that's my black woman mentality. Like, don't forget the brown woman that were here holding you up when you was eating ramen noodles type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thought process.
I think that's kind of what Dane was saying too, though. Right. Make sure you give him that.
Never forget where you came from. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to necessarily start, using noodle packets and shit again because you've made it to a different status and that's not what you do anymore. But don't knock anybody else that's still eating noodles if that's what they doing. You know what I mean? Don't look down and like, noodles. No, bitch, you used to eat noodles too. You fucking had sodium pumping in your blood too. You wasn't always a vegan. You had pork in your belly. You know what I mean? That's right. All I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, stay true to self, whatever self is. If self is this, if self is that, who is to tell you? I think sometimes us as brown people, we're always trying to, you got to stay this way, you got to stay that way to appease the people. And I mean, you have to appease yourself at the end of the day. If you're okay with sleeping with yourself at night, with what you're doing, then who the hell am I? You know what I'm saying? Karma's a bitch. Things come around, goes around, comes around. Remember who you shit on when you climbing that ladder, all that good stuff. Big shout out. I have to give a big shout out to T. Oh my goodness, your book is phenomenal. And she's saying, I want to do, I want various audiences to look at your book. Yes. Exactly right. I mean, you want all eyes on it. You want all eyes everywhere, anywhere, and everything. You do. Your jokes will find their audience. They will.
No,
I
no,
mean,
And let me just say this.
no.
if
They
you
This seems
find
like a
your audience,
no-brainer.
no, they won't. Whoever told you that shit is a loser. No, they won't. You have to do the work and put yourself in the right room. Stiletto, how many unsuccessful comedians you know? Everybody on the planet, every comedian is funny. Every single one is funny for the right audience. Your audience will not find you. You got to find your audience.
I mean,
And
I think if
let
you,
me just say this.
I'm a big builder. Listen. I think if you build it, they will come. If that's what you're doing, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying to go out there and try to find your audience, but some people stick to what they like. They
Yeah.
do. If you like chocolate milk, you drink chocolate milk. Like, you know what I mean.
And
You're not
again,
doing
people
strawberry.
You ever want to
he
move out?
was posting.
Listen to this shit right here. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. For real, for real.
I just think, for
Chris
me
Rock was
personally,
hosting the Grammys, people, or
I
the
just
Academy Awards, or whatever that
right.
was.
I just think for me
That's what
personally,
the
as
point
an artist, as a person that's out here doing this, because a lot of people that are behind the scenes have a whole lot to say about it. And I'll say as an artist, my goal is to reach as many people as possible. It's no different than an activist. You know what I mean? You want your message to be heard and brought
Yeah,
across
you're
all audiences.
you're a broad. You're a broad. I'm gonna coin a new term here. You're a broad stream comedian. Not everybody is like that.
Right.
So
Right, but if
that's
you're
what
not
we
like that, then you need to, anywhere you start, you need to build yourself from there. It's like a pyramid. You know what I mean? Like there's layers to the shit. It's a cake. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to. There's nobody that says, just like people say, oh, slow, you can get right raunchy. I can get right nasty, dirty, grimy with it. But then I can turn around and do your church the next morning. You know what I mean? It just all depends on what you want to do with what you want to do. Your talent is limitless. Like you can choose to do what you want. A lot of people, some people are all about the bag. Yo, wherever the more money is where I'm going. A lot of people talk about Tiffany Haddish, and I'm like, yo, you say she the ratchet of the world, but she started out doing bar mitzvahs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just, you got to be a chameleon. Anytime, actors, actresses, you know what I mean? You have to, dancers, anything, because at the end of the day, you might get booked for any kind of gig, and you need to be ready to go. Because at the end of the day, the more people you can get in front of, and the more eyes you can get on you, and the more people you can entertain, is really where it's all going to. It's going
Part
to
of your
happen.
growth. Right.
That's where your growth is going to happen. If you put yourself in a box like everybody else, like, oh, you're just this, then you'll just stay that. If Kevin Hart, as much as I'm not a fan of his comedy as much as I used to be, I'm a fan of his business. Because at the end of the day, he said, if you won't open the door for me, I'll build my own fucking door. Like you have to be okay with building your own door though, and understand that there's gonna be some shit to come with your own
And we
door.
can't, and we can't pick and choose when we choose to hate on him. I mean, again, Chris Rock was in Madagascar. He was in a fucking Disney movie, a bunch of them. You mean now this is what took you over the edge? He was the host of the Academy Awards or whatever the fuck.
I think
He's
it's the
been
smack.
mainstream.
It's the
So
smack
where,
that took
where
him over the edge. As a black man, a lot of people looked at the smack and said, nigga. I'm not even gonna front with you, nigga. You need to be harder. Like, fuck all that laughy, ha ha ha. Because we look at those other comics that paved the ways before him. Had Eddie Murphy got smacked, had Richard Pryor got smacked. Well,
It would
how
have
would
been a
they
different
come
story.
back? Had Dave Chappelle got smacked, what would have been the comeback to the fact that you were you know, there was some masculinity that might have been taken from you with the smack. And so people are looking for a little more edge from Chris, and I think that you know, you're thinking he's going to be somebody that maybe necessarily he's not. You know what I mean? Like everybody is gangster, you know. So
I think the fact that if you think that him taking that smack was an issue, then you have a short vision problem. You need glasses because the simple fact of the matter is the fact that he didn't smack him back is what actually is going to propel them forward. Trust me, they was hoping The dream of the Academy Award, the dream of Channel 2, whatever the fuck that channel come on, was for him to bring back. That's exactly what the fuck they wanted to happen. So if you think that the wrong thing for him to do was not to take it, we've been getting slapped in our face for hundreds of years. So what? Because you saw it fucking matters? It's like no, you don't have a platform as big as it is. Your platform, trust me, you got smacked in the fucking Rite Aid. What? I just seen a nigga 3 weeks ago get smacked on Howard Street in front of a gang of people and they ain't do shit. Wasn't a Grammy. So the fact of the matter is that it speaks volumes. His stage where he was at, the fact that he took it, showed everybody like, you're not gonna knock me off this platform. Not only am I going to show that I'm above this, but I can keep on going from that. So if you took that slap that he took and thought that in some way that excited him, you don't know what a real black man's back is made of.
I think because Chris, in a lot of aspects, people were like, okay, are you real? You know what I mean? Are you a real person? And I think that the smack kind of made people go one way or another. And like Tim is saying, his ticket prices are crazy and people are paying it. He's winning. He's winning.
And I'm gonna say this real fast.
You want to see if he's a real person, a real black man, there's certain there's a level of respect that people should homage.
Because I can't even. I have so much to say right now. What
you know, right, bro? Because you yourself have sit up there and swallowed your whistle.
No, you're actually not right about a lot of things. There's a couple things right here. Now, if he smacks him back, then he's a real black man. That's what y'all saying?
That's not what I said.
I don't think he was saying that. No, I don't think anybody is saying that, including myself.
Because that doesn't make him a real black man if he smacks him back.
No, I don't know. We're talking about the fact that we weren't talking about the smackback. It may not be a physical smackback. As a comic, if you are embarrassed on stage at any point, I don't give a shit if somebody smack you, somebody heckle you, you fall, you bust your ass. As a comic, people are looking, how are you going to make that funny?
He did. He did what a comic does. He said, oh shit, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. He said it. Like that was the nervous reaction of a comic. But I'm very surprised to hear Mel say that's what they wanted, because they is actually the Jewish people that you support in that Republican Party. So I'm very shocked to hear you even say that, because you are a Republican. You stand
because let me tell you something. Long before I was Republican, I was already black.
So what does that mean? You black first and Republican second? That's what you're saying to me?
As opposed to what? As opposed to what?
No, you're not going to say the shit to me that you say to the little fucking jump offs around the hood. As opposed to
I'm saying I'm a black first.
You're always black first. There's nothing that you can do about that. You're always black first.
And my agenda is always a pro-black agenda. Just so happens that my party is, but my party.
All the they talk, I don't expect to hear the they talk out of you, because they are who you vote for.
No, but the they that I'm talking about, they're all Democratic. The people that want Chris Rock there, they're Democrats.
No.
The people that want him there, the people that go to his show, they're Democrats.
Listen, all right, so just in case anybody doesn't have knowledge on the award show, I can't believe we're still talking about this, but anybody that doesn't have knowledge is the award show is given by the networks, which are Jewish owned.
Who got him on?
This one time they allowed a black director to direct it, right?
Who got him on?
The they. Who's the they? That's the network.
The they that I'm referring to is the 87% that I always keep in perspective. So the 87% will love to be like, oh, that's why we don't let them on the stage. What else would you expect from those two if you want to have this on stage? You want to have apes on stage? Apes won't throw shit. That's the day that I'm speaking about. I don't know who the fuck on the network. I mean, shout out to because I tell you what, whoever the they was on the network, you know what they did? They paid his black ass. I'm about the bag. So that means whoever the they is, get the bag. But that's the thing I'm referring to. That's the people that's paying them.
I'm
Okay.
confused on this day.
Wait. Don't go there. Listen. We can ready transition over to Instagram with the they. You heard? Okay, with the they. Okay. I'm gonna get into my whole foot. I know I love me some candy. So and some
No.
fruit snacks and all that. I want y'all to tell them where they can find y'all if they're not on Instagram, because we're about to jump over to Instagram. I'm gonna read this last comment because it just came in. White people love the fact that they are picking Chris Rock up in the same time, bringing Will Smith down, flexing their power. Ooh, I see what you did there. We're gonna discuss this more, and it's gonna be a lot of great topics that are over there. So we're gonna continue this conversation. We're also gonna talk about, do men really like their nipples licked? Oh my goodness, what is this? What is this pre-nut syndrome? What is this pre-nut clarity, or PNC as some people call it? It's a
Really
lot
though.
going down on IG. You heard me. So you want to follow this show, Cocktail and Convo, right on over to IG, because things are not. We don't stop here. We don't stop. Don't
No
stop.
stopping.
I feel like
No
Diddy. Don't
stopping.
stop. Won't stop. Won't
I
stop.
love I
Okay,
love the
and
fact that I can smoke weed and still get the munchies. I love that. I love this effect.
Ah!
that's some shit. That's some true shit. So listen. So make sure you get your tickets to the Stiletto Experience. If you think this is something, girl, boy, oh my, lions and tigers and bears, this more than the experience. Make sure you get your tickets, stiletto1111.eventbrite.com. I'm gonna let my co-pilots tell you where they can find you. I mean, where they can find you. You can find them, whatever that looks like. I've been drinking.
All of that.
Yeah, I'm about to do some TikToks. I feel fancy. Go ahead, Queen. Tell them where they can find you.
Queen Ray 22, RGF Entertainment. That's where you find me. But on Tuesdays, I'll be what? Here.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Follow us right over to Stiletto Funny. If you don't know, that's my IG. I'm dropping it in the comments. 80 proof. Where can they find you?
You know what? Now that I know how to get, every week I struggle to get on the Instagram. You can follow me on the Instagram in a few minutes. I'm gonna be over there. You can follow me on my gram, or don't follow 80 Proof. You can find me anywhere where they have a free liquor tasting. Like we need to implement that in more stores. Some free liquor tastings. I was at a fantastic one several miles below here. So in any case, I'll be here each and every Tuesday that I can make it, making it great, making my contribution count where I can. Shout out to Cocktails and Convo. All of y'all that's on here right now, come on November 11th. Meet us, greet us, buy some drinks. And yeah, do all of that. Do all of that. Maybe we'll take a picture with you. We'll just Queen
That's
anyway.
what I'm talking about. We got
We're
games.
gonna pimp Queen out for pictures.
Yes. And we have our special guest who's not a guest, but he is a guest, but like honorary member or whatever the fuck. And Mr. New Yorker, talk to us. Tell them where they can find you. And don't be rude.
I'm not gonna be rude, but it's on my motherfucking screen. It says at Damon_laughs. I see I'm the only one to put their real IG handle on there because I'm smart, because I'm from New York. Because I don't got time to be like, follow me at Damon Laughs. That's DAMO. I don't got time for that. Y'all see it? Follow me or don't. But you're gonna hear about me either way.
Look at him, a little New Yorker that could spell. That is nice. That is great. All right, so listen, follow us over on Stiletto Funny. We're rocking right over there. We'll be over there. Oh shit, I'm playing shit on the background. Be over there. 2 minutes, 2 and 2. We right back at you. That's like some love connection shit. Just Tim, bring your ass. Stop playing with us. T, thank you so much. 80 proof. Like T says she appreciates the shout out. So yeah, thank you, boo.
I picked the book. I was trying to make it to your signing.
Follow us on over. Selena, come on. All right, so we're going over there. 2 and 2. We be back at you. Go pee. Go
take your time, but hurry up.
All right, I'm gonna end this broadcast.